Kingdom fam, I want you to consider something about moving. People move for all sorts of reasons, for various seasons in life, for jobs, for families, for relationships, for career changes. But when you are a child of the Most High, when you are a daughter or a son of the Most High, your physical relocation is almost always, if not always, tied to your purpose. Welcome back to another installment of probably struggles of a faith walk or just general prophetic encouragement here at Healed Woman. My name is Samara. I am the founder of Healed Woman, and we are a growing, thriving community on fire to becoming men and women, kings and queens of extraordinary faith, worth, and valor. You are locked and loaded at the right place at the right time for another encouraging word, and that is when a physical relocation becomes necessary, okay? When you heal, okay, and we know here at Healed Woman, we are all about healing, about leveling up, about becoming the best version of ourselves for the King, for the kingdom, to forward the kingdom agenda, okay? And so when we submit, to God's will, when we release the need to micromanage the miracle, when we come under God's will for our life, we're really releasing control over every aspect of our life. And I think that absolutely affects your physical home, where you live, where you dwell, where you pursue purpose. I mean, your purpose has a place, okay? Here at Healed Woman, we believe that your purpose is tied to everything in this life. Your purpose has a place where you are meant to thrive. Your purpose has a purpose partner, or your purpose demands a purpose partner, whether that's in the form of a spouse, of a business partner, okay, of someone that you launch a ministry with, okay? People, destiny helpers, people who are meant to help you on your path. Your purpose has profitability, okay? It's tied to how your gifts will make room for you on this earth, okay? And so when we speak of physically relocating to pursue purpose, or when you heal and level up in the kingdom, God has to take you somewhere new. God must take you to where He's prepared you to exist, to thrive, okay? That is when the physical relocation will become not only necessary, but inevitable, okay? And today I really want to just give you all some prophetic insight and some encouragement on when the separation becomes inevitable, because it's coming, my dear. We are absolutely in a season, come on, Holy Spirit, of God moving His kingdom influencers. He's built up an army of kings and queens in this season, especially since the pandemic. Come on, if you identify. And He's getting ready to deploy us. He's getting ready to send us out in groves and in mass, okay? God has built up an army to do His work on His behalf, and now He's about to deploy us all over the face of this world. Okay, I'm not just speaking to people in the United States, which is where I live, but if you live outside the US and you're watching, God bless you. I'm so grateful that you're watching this video from whichever side of the world, whichever hemisphere you're on. But if you clicked on this video, if you're watching this video right now, God could move you anywhere. He can move you from the US to, a foreign country. He can move you from a foreign country to another. I mean, He can move you and deploy you as He sees fit. And I want to give you all the tools you need and some insight into when a physical relocation is necessary, okay? So when you heal, when you go through the season of being refined, of being pruned, of being tested, okay, of going through your wilderness, God is building up your spirit inside of you, okay? God is renewing your spirit, renewing your mind, renewing your approach to things here on earth. He's really developing a spirit after Him, a heart after Him to do His work. And so when you get to the point of such complete surrender, when you get to the point of, Lord, not my will, but yours, your way higher than mine, your thoughts are not my thoughts, they are higher and better and for your glory. When you submit so completely, God can work with you, God can use you, and He can send you to where you are most needed, okay? I have the perfect anecdote about my life, but we'll get to that in a second, about how God literally got me to a place of such complete and utter depletion. And it was only then I was ready to be sent to where He was preparing me the entire time, okay? So when you start walking in purpose, when you get out of the wilderness and realize, the spiritual wilderness, and realize that you are called for something special, for something specific, and for such a time as this, okay? When you heal, when you level up, when you realize that what you've gone through was painful, but it was purposeful, okay? Everything you went to was to process you to purpose, to build you up for the people that need you on the other side of your becoming. You realize that you're not called to serve or to thrive in that same environment where you healed, okay? There's a popular quote on the internet that says you can't live in the same environment that broke you or that hurt you, something like that. You weren't meant to thrive in the environment that was meant to to hold you for a season, but you were not meant to prosper there. So think of like the plant analogy, where you put plants in little pots as seeds, they're germinating, okay? They just need that much space. They're in a confined space, a limited space, and they're really just there to sprout. They're there to be planted, to grow roots, okay? Shallow roots. They're not going to grow deep roots in that little pot, honey, okay? And then at the right time, the seed will push up through the soil. Come on, agriculture majors, I don't know. Okay, the sprouts will push up through the soil, and when it begins to bloom, that's how you know it's ready to be transplanted. I was gonna say planted, but it's already been planted. That's how you know it's ready to be transplanted, okay? So I want you all to understand that where you are right now has served a purpose. You were planted, okay, not buried. You were planted for a season, and God has prepared where He's taking you for your arrival, and now it's time to transplant you. God's about to divinely transplant you from where you are right now to bigger, better, more prosperous land, more prosperous future, okay? He's taking you somewhere, my dear, and you needed the skills in this season to get there, to thrive where God is transplanting some of you, okay? And I promise you, He's prepared the other side. The soil is ripe, ripe for harvesting. The soil is ripe for planting, okay, for sowing and harvesting. And you had to be in a state where you could have been transplanted as a blossom plant, as a plant that has shot through the soil, okay? As a plant that has shot through the soil, you are now ready to be transplanted where you will completely bloom, where you will flourish, where you will prosper. And I know I'm speaking in spiritual terms, but this is quite literally what you can observe in nature, honey. Just take some time and observe. It's springtime, okay? But plants are about to bloom. Plants are about to shoot up, okay? And I want you all to pay attention to how God has done that to your inner environment, to your spiritual environment, where God is saying, I have developed what I needed to do in you for a season. Come on, Holy Spirit. And I see that, progress is you're being noticed. You're being noticed in this season because you're starting to push through the soil, okay? You've been watered, you've been given nourishment and nutrients in this season, and God is saying, now I can take that and plant it where it will flourish, okay? So the environment, the small environment, the pot, your current environment only serve to heal you, only serve to give you the necessary nutrients to grow and develop. It was seasonal, it was temporary, okay? It was painful. I know some of you all feel like you have been buried. You feel like you have been underground for a really long time. You feel like you've been sowing and planting and nourishing and you're not seeing the harvest. Honey, I promise you the harvest is on the way. The harvest is here, in fact. And God is going to just pluck you up, honey. He's just going to pluck you up, uproot you and place you where you're meant to thrive permanently, okay? Or even if it's seasonally too, okay? So that environment served its purpose, okay? For some of you all, that's now in this season, in this month, okay? And whatever month you watch this, or whenever you watch this video, not necessarily when I posted it, but when you watch it, it could be applying to you, saying that this is your season to be transplanted, to be moved, to be, taken to where God has already carved out for your existence, honey. You're literally about to walk into rooms where your name has already been discussed. You're literally about to show up where people already know about you because of your reputation and character, because of what was pushing through the soil in your planting season. God is saying He's about to blow a fresh wind onto the projects you've stewarded over in this season. He's about to pour out His Spirit on the things that you have put your hands to diligently in this season. Come on, Holy Spirit. And you're about to flourish. You're about to see an unquantifiable harvest even in places that you didn't even think you were nourishing, in places you didn't even think you were watering, that you were giving nutrients. And you're about to shoot up and bloom. And it's all going to make sense for where you're going, for how God's going to get you there, and what you had to do, okay?